now that I have everything in my section modeled, the next thing that I have to do is clean this up and make it presentable. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at these level markers, and they go all the way through my drawing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab that blue dot in the end, and I'm just going to pull these out past my drawing a little bit so that they're not running through my drawing, and that will make them a little cleaner. And I'll move these ones out as well. And you'll notice as I'm moving these that these are locked with the other levels. So as I move one, it moves all of them. And so I'm just going to move these just out past my crop region just a little bit. So that will give me the elevation of each level, but not with that line running through my drawing. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some filled regions in here to help clean this up. So I'm going to come up to my Annotate tab, and come here to my filled region. I'm going to scroll over here, and then I'm going to create one with the earth hatch pattern, and we don't currently have one, so I'm just going to pick one of these at random. I'm going to just hit Edit Type, and we're just going to duplicate, and we're just going to call this earth. And I'm just going to change this draft pattern to the earth draft pattern. The other thing I want to check is to make sure we have what's called masking. And what this just means that it's not transparent. So if I wanted it to be transparent, I would just uncheck that. I'm just going to leave that checked for now. We're going to click OK. And then I want to check my lines. I want a wide line to match where I'm cutting. So I'm just going to draw this around my foundation. So I'm just going to come down the wall and then just around my footing. And then up to the bottom of my floor. I'm not going to see my footing that's beyond. I just want to see what I'm cutting through. And so I'm just going to go around. And when I get up to my level 1, I'm just going to show this coming down at 5 degrees just to show it sloping away from the building. And I'm just going to draw just outside of my crop region so that when I turn that off, that the filled region is just going to bleed past the crop region so I don't see it. And then I'm just going to clean that. And then now you'll see that I got a nice pattern going around my house. And then when I turn my crop region off, you'll see that I kind of get that illusion of an invisible line right there around where I've drawn that. The next thing that I'm going to do is add another filled region, and I'm just going to do this to cover up the attic. And so I'm just going to use the solid white for this one. If you don't already have it set up, you might just need to set it up real quick in, just like we did with the earth. And then I'm just going to go here across the ceiling like this. This represents where the bottom of the truss would be. And actually, I'm just going to go straight across like that. And then just come here through the underside of where my truss would be. And then I just need to make sure that my thing gets closed. So that's going to clean up my cut through my attic quite nicely. And then the last thing that I need to do is I need to add some detail components. So I have some framed walls here. So I'm just going to come to the Insert tab. I'm going to load an Autodesk family. And the detail components are all under this Detail Items category. And I'm just going to scroll down until I find Wood, which is Division 6. And I'm just going to look till I find my nominal cut lumber section. I'm going to hit load, and then this brings up what's called a type catalog. So there's a lot of different dimensions that this nominal cut lumber can have. I'm just going to pick the ones that I know I'm going to need. So 2x4, 2x6, possibly a 2x12. I'm just going to hit OK. And then I'm going to come here to the Annotate, and I'm just going to add a detail component. So I've got my 2x4, and I'm just going to hit my space bar to rotate that. And so we're going to have one base plate, and then there'll be a double top plate. So I'm just going to draw 2 of these. And then just move these up to the top. And that's how I add some detail components. And this wall is also going to have a double top plate. Just get these in the right spot. And then I'm also going to draw it here on the floor, and just for the sake of visibility, I'm just going to switch this to new construction so I can see my floor pattern. And I'm just going to do a detail component and do a 2x12. I'm just going to add these in here. Normally this would actually extend and sit on top of the foundation wall, but just for the sake of this example, I'm just going to put this joist right up against the edge of the foundation wall. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my array tool, and I'm just going to copy this till it's 16 inches, because these are going to be placed 16 inches on center. And then I'm just going to put a number in here to just repeat this. And so I've got all of those, and then I'm just going to add another one right here at the edge of my stairs where that last riser is. So now I've cleaned this building section up to be an actual presentable building section.